Hello everyone, welcome to lineups and setups with Cypher on Ascent. I know a lot of people make these videos already, but I thought I'd put my own intake and my personal opinions on them as a silver peak player, but as a Cypher, and no one could go wrong with Cypher. Cypher's one of the most broken champions, agents in the game, sorry. And yeah, so the first setup was going to be on A. A is one of Cypher's stronger sites to lock down. The only issue is that there's tree here that you gotta be careful of. So some common setups here on A would be tripping here. Let's put a trip there so they can't get through, and putting a trip in main right here like this, and then just playing backside and play off your cages on a trip. Boom, and then you can play there, and then you'll know. So this is relatively simple. So to upgrade this setup, again put another chip right here, and then you also add a camera right on this line. So you'll put the camera on this line because you can see a bigger depth of angle here, opposed to when you have your camera like right here. You can see you can't really see that much right there, even though you can see more of tree. So you want to have your camera on this line. Another cool setup here is that you want to put a trip right here on the wall. This wall is really good because when they get hit, it's really hard for them to shoot on like both sides. They can only really shoot on the right side. So with this trip, you pair with the cage. If they hit it, it's legit just a free kill unless they fully push you, and then stuff can happen. But yes, this trip's very good. And with these two trips, this is one good pair of setups you can do with a cage right in the middle. Another setup you can do that I like to do is this one, and then also this one. So if you have a teammate playing in tree already, you can play off your cage here.
Cage triggered.
Play it, and then peek it, and if they were to flood you, right? And usually when someone floods a site, they come out here. One of them closes the door. You know what I mean? This will target them, and then you also get another free shot right here. And if you're playing fully on site here by yourself, always have this trip here or a trip in tree, because if they get past you and get into heaven here, you are in deep trouble. And with a trip like this right here, you usually want to play from back here off the trip, or to mix up, but you can't always play there because then they'll know. So then you play behind the generator or right here. I personally like this one and the one back there because you're not in really that big of an open, and it's these like small off angles that you want to expect. Some one ways I think everyone likes to see is stand in this corner right here. So you want to look at the bottom, at the middle right here, line it up with that wall line, throw it, it lines up perfectly, and then use your ultimate right here, right? Ultimate will line up right there, right above this black line right here. See, you see this black line right here? Your ultimate will line up right above it, and you get Q. Lines up perfectly. And with this trip here, usually if you use only one in a round, you leave a big gap here, so that if this were the case, right, you would have to play just on this side behind dice and play around there, or you have this one right here, right? You play here, so then you can cover this angle that's being open, and just shoot from there. However, with these two, with this one way, it is very, very strong. Oh, sorry. My bad, my apologies. Wrong line. I used the wrong line. Put there, and put this thing up right above it. And then when you play a trip, this trip right here is best trip for the entry of the choke. When they push, free one way. It's just so free. You and your teammates should be for free kills. Another trips that you have on site is one right here that I like to do. I guess it's easier to do on this side. One here, so they may push, they'll hit a trip, or usually when someone hits gen, have one right there. So a little farther out from that one, but still there. Another one here you can have on this staircase because people run up the stairs, or since people play it safe, you can get a trip right here if I'm not mistaken. But let me try to see if I can pick it up here. Dang, bro. Don't think it's, bro. Like right there. I mean, you might like right here, but you can always just try to. Hopefully, if they're playing there, ideally your camera should spot that, and you should be fine. Honestly, if y'all have any more trip ideas too, leave them in the comments. I would love to hear them and see them. Okay, next one would be, other than the one in tree, this should be of all A side. Also, some more trips you can do here is like deeper, like that. I actually started using this one recently too because this one's a lot lower, and people are like, since this one's like a really strong trip here, they expect the one here, but they never expect two, and if they were to fast push it, they come up here too. So yeah, that would be B side. And for mid, since you have to play mid side sometimes, this is simply just put a trip on this doorknob right there. Simply put, on a rock, you just put right there. On a cam, you can do sometimes just put a cam right there, jump. You get whole mid sight, but however, they will destroy that camera really quickly if they are smart. So don't expect to get too much off that camera other than information, but yes. And the B site, another really strong site for Cypher. I'll show you the trip setups that you want to do in different rotations. One trip will be right here. So when you hit it, right, it's expecting to be able to shoot from this side because so if you're running out out of B side and hit a trip here, your first instinct is to look this way because this is where all the enemies will be, right? But there's no trip here, so you want to play here, and it hits all the way to the boat right there. Another one is right here on the boat. There's a really powerful trip. This combo duo trip right here traps them. Another one is simply just boom right there. As simple as it is, that was not that bad at all. And then we can do is this one. I like this one too. Having a diagonal trip so then they can't go out with you being notified is very, very strong. And what I like to have is right here on the boat somewhere. Oh, I don't know if I can find it. Oh, this one's also really good too. However, so it stops any pushes. So if you want to give alley, if you have like KJ with mollies here, you can always just put a simple trip there. Make sure to play with your teammates. Don't try to overforce be overconfident with if you have a KJ to have them play other side. Because it's good to have you two play the same side as well. So this is some very powerful trips here. Another trip you have here is this one here. I use this one a lot when I'm playing in Boathouse. So I have that trip in the boat, an alley, and here I have the cages here. I have a peek there and a peek there. Very strong. For camera placement, there's only two places you want to have your camera. One of them I learned is right here. You want to, it gives you a whole of all of sight, and no one really when you leave. If I'm be honest, though, if you when the enemies push up B, they're not gonna be looking top left. And the best one of all is jump, put a camera up there. This gives you the bottom of sight, as well as the a little bit more of back sight in Boathouse. A quick cheeky one is just right there. When the walls go out, get quick vision, get back. However, they do shoot that, so be careful. One good one way here is to put your camera and put a tip right on the bottom of that ledge. Throw it. Oh, usually it lands. With the wall, it guaranteed lands for the most part. But yeah, and then here, I like to play with a ghost or a pistol. I play here because then you pop it and you can shoot like this. It's closer, so just more damage. However, if you're playing with any other gun, I recommend playing back here because this wall here will protect you from this little small gap that comes with the one way, so you can still shoot here. And since the walls are really thin on this set, if any of these trips get hit, you can shoot them while banging them all over. So yes, it is very, very good. Cypher is one of the strongest Sentinels on B on Ascent. So yeah, enjoy.